And we're live. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
And click on this. We are playing Shadowrun New Atlantis. We're going to be picking up from a quite extreme situation where we where we last left off. But real quick, let's introduce all of the players and their characters. Let's start with Knuckles.
Good evening, my name is Paul, known as Knuckles, playing a troll, brutish character for the game. Looking to have fun this evening. Next.
And Valkyrie.
I'm playing as an elf, who's a professional hitman, and yeah, I'm gonna be very angry today.
And Star.
Hey, I'm Nitty Teddy Bear. I'm playing Star, an elf thief.
Let's leave it there.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
Kevjack.
Hi, I'm Capjack, at Captain J Cross on Twitter and on the Discord, and I am playing my namesake, Capjack, the orc music junkie and general face, and completely lost as to what's going on since he wasn't on this last run.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna run down the situations actually not immediately next to the things that happen, and I will explain soon what those things that happened were. Capjack, you were at your club called the Den, is that correct?
Yep, the den.
The Den. Okay, you're chatting with Click, a friend of yours who does BTL dealings with you. And
My friend, my dealer, my supplier.
yeah.
It all kind of rolls.
You got a text from a unknown number telling you to get over to Scabs. And
Right.
it's like urgent, many exclamation marks.
He's going to go to Scabs.
Valkyrie, your phone would begin to buzz as you get several notifications.
Okay.
That app for targets, for hits,
Oh, shit.
has marked 12 targets within 1,000 feet of you.
Alrighty. Any that I recognize?
No, not. Or
Right.
well, it has a visual description of paramilitary kit armed with assault rifles, but other than that, there's nothing. It says special reward is offered alongside monetary reward of 75 new yen per kill.
Alright, then it gave me a direction, right?
Correct, it did.
So I'm gonna see if I can get a clear line of sight from where I'm at.
It's a little bit difficult, but you could get a shot from here to that area, or you can move to another building like nearby that's a bit taller.
I'll move to a higher vantage point.
Okay, what are you going to do with, as we're referring to it currently, as the package?
Did I hear any explosions or noise?
No.
No?
Don't you dare leave the package with Slice.
Oh, you say that. You say that. You of all people say that right now. I mean, I could see the building from here.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's just going to be more difficult
funny.
shot.
yeah, Yeah, I'll move to the higher building.
Okay.
It's like next over to the loft, right?
It would be
Something like that.
not the block next to the loft, but the one after that. So it's not very far.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
but
I'll
where's
try
the
to get
package
there.
going?
I mean, she's staying where she is.
Okay. While you're doing that, Star, last thing you remember is opening a door and then a very violent explosion launching you back, and then being gunned down while laying on the ground. Could you please go into your character sheet? And in common, the main area where they've got all your stats, all your main stats, your strength and all that,
Right. Yep.
you can see edge down there. And there's a
Yep.
red minus there. Click that to permanently burn one edge off of your character.
Ouch.
All right.
All right. By doing that, you do not recover any health, but you are not dead.
Okay.
Somehow. the
Somehow
cosmic
you are not dead.
forces-
You are definitely, most definitely unconscious. Completely catatonic. But you are not dead, and you're not gonna die.
Okay.
Unless things change. But.
Knuckles,
Mm-hmm.
you're being fired at by assorted assault rifle fire, but nothing super consequential. As it like has to punch through the vehicle to hit you, you're fine. But this vehicle's not going to be holding up much after the many things that have happened to it in the past couple minutes.
Yeah. No. As soon as I get a chance, I throw that sucker in reverse and I start backing out.
Yeah. Where are you going to?
Back to the front of the building because that's the direction I came from. So naturally, the reverse would take me.
All right, yeah, spin around, cut through the alley, and you'll end up in the front. Okay, and now we freeze there. Valkyrie,
Mm-hmm.
you currently see a kind of regular town car being
Okay.
reversed out in the front of the vehicle. Sorry, the building, not the vehicle. You see an individual lying on the ground and an individual matching one of your target's descriptions standing over with a gun.
Okay. I'm gonna shoot that one that I see.
All right. Roll. And you can...
6 hits. I can what?
Never mind. In Shadowrun, 4 hits is considered a critical success. So that was 6. The man, you do the impressive act of decapitation via bullet.
Yay!
And he is most definitely down. Now we snap
Okay.
back to Knuckles. You see a man who was pulling his gun up to aim at you. You see him get decapitated, his head just gone, and the body fall backwards onto the pavement. Or not pavement, the asphalt.
Okay. Do I see anything else around that body or?
You see it was standing over Star, who is looking very, very hurt.
Okay. Well, I'll
Almost dead if you did take a closer look.
Yeah. No, basically I'll whip the car around and put the passenger side between the doorway of the building and his body.
Mm-hmm.
And basically jump out, open up the passenger back door, throw her in, jump back in, shut the door, and take off.
All right. back to Star, sorry, not Star, Valkyrie, you see several more of your targets pouring out into the street and beginning to fire at the vehicle that is pulling out.
right.
Make 3 attack rolls while I jump over back to Capjack. You are on your way. What method do you take to travel?
This was get there, emergency now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he's taking his bike.
Okay, you take your bike.
Ooh, sweet.
Right. And Knuckles, you see the self-driving van that you originally took to get here is up ahead, driving down the street ahead of you, about 2 blocks ahead, and it turns on its turn signal to indicate that it is going to take a right turn, and takes the right turn into an alley.
Okay. Once I can get Star into the back of the vehicle, I will take off after that vehicle and turn into the alleyway right behind it.
All right.
But not, and try to drive up and around it so it gives it room to either go forward down the alley or back out, depending on which direction would be the fastest.
All right, Valkyrie, what did you get on your shots?
I got a 6, a 4, and a 5.
Okay, you take down 3 more individuals, and the remaining ones begin to take cover and are not pursuing with as much aggressiveness.
Okay.
Knuckles, you pull into the alley and you see that the van's back doors are wide open for you to get out and get into the van that is in much better condition than the car you're in. And you see a man in a business suit, a middle-aged balding man in a business suit, get out, kind of give a very nervous little 2-finger salute and head off out the front of the alley, out of your vision.
Okay. Well, my concern is to get Star out of the car as safely and easy as I can without hurting her anymore, and get her to the car and get her laid down in the back.
Yep, and as soon as you're in it, it gets going.
And the first thing I say to the car is, "Get me to Scabs now."
All right. Capjack, you arrive at Scabs, and the place is entirely empty. Nobody, other than Scabs being here, there's no emergency, nothing going on. And Scabs is like, "Hello, hi, nurse. How's it?"
Scabs,
Yeah?
what's going on? I thought it was an emergency. I got this text.
Not me.
Well, for fuck's sake.
Actually, though, I had some questions. Just some people have been asking me about data deck surgery. I want to ask you.
Oh.
I've got kind of a vague, and he pulls out a napkin out of a drawer. I've got a kind of questionnaire that I've put together. If you wouldn't mind helping me out with it.
Alright, I mean, I'm here already.
All right. You wait there for 20 minutes before Knuckles in the van shows up. And Knuckles, I assume you just charge in with Star.
Yeah. No. As soon as I get out of the car, I get out first. I grab her body, and like I did with the dwarf at the docks, I basically hold her in such a position that I am bulletproof, covering her entire body the best I can, especially the head and the abdomen area. Walk up to the catwalk to Scab's place, and without even trying to turn the doorknob, I put my foot at the handle and just open up the door.
All right. The door bursts open as Knuckles steps in with an extremely bloodied, difficult to identify, possibly corpse.
What the hell? Knuckles!
And I, without saying a word, I walk over to the first available table and lay her down comfortably. And
All right. Clients? Yes?
it is Star. She needs your help now.
Okay.
I found this. And Capjack would jump up and just get in position.
All right. This is a big thing. So he is going to be doing a extended medical test. Capjack, please roll your medicine or first aid or whatever you're going to roll. +4 because of the facility that you are in. And so it's an extended test. Every 10 minutes you will roll again at -1, and you'll add all those hits together. Count how many glitches you get, and stop and let me know if you get any crit glitches. And you choose when you want to
Should I start reading out hits? Or...
No, just hold on to it. You remember it. You hold on to it, and I'll get back to you on that
You
one while you're
said
doing it.
glitches instead of hits.
So yeah,
Okay, cool.
remember your hits and remember your glitches.
Okay.
All right. How long am I going for until?
That's your choice. So you can stop rolling whenever you feel like it's a bad idea to keep going. When you're down to like 2 dice, it's extremely likely for you to crit glitch. So you want to probably stop around there. So
And as soon as
up to you.
Capjack and Scabs get into operation mode, I go over to the door, close the door. If I broke the doorknob hinges and stuff like that, I basically put my body up against it and brace the door, and I pull my pistol out.
Okay. Yeah, the locking mechanisms are broken, but so you pin it closed and you are armed and ready. Valkyrie, get back to take 3 more shots.
Alrighty.
Be aware of the ammunition you're expending. I don't know how large the clip is on your weapon.
It's 14. I got it.
Okay.
So 4 hits, 1 hit,
Mm-hmm.
2 hits.
Okay, that's 1 kill, and it's 2 kills because the second 2 shots I'll say are on the same guy.
Okay.
How many kills are you up to? I believe that is what?
Three.
I think this is number
1,
4.
1, 2, 3. So, and then 2 more.
Yeah, 6.
6.
Wonderful. Yeah, because you killed one guy on his own, then 3 people,
Then 3
and now
more.
2. Yeah.
Now 2.
Yeah. Okay. They are now pulling out. There appears to be quite a ruckus going on over there as gang security begins to move in, and they seem to be bugging out. They're grabbing essential equipment and loading up onto one of their vehicles, and they're leaving. You get an opportunity to make 2 more attacks.
Do I notice any of them carrying a suspicious briefcase?
You do not.
Okay.
They are specifically loading up they're loading up 3 large cases. Like huge, like have you seen like a camera case, like very, very large cases, and loading those.
2 more shots, you said?
Yep.
7 hits.
Holy
and 4
crap.
hits.
So, that's 3 kills.
Okay.
As the first shot fires in, goes through the back of one guy's neck, and ricochets off of the bulletproof case that he's carrying and into the face of the other guy who's helping him carry it.
Alright.
So that's
So
3
I'm
more kills
9
right there.
right now.
Correct, 9 total. And at that point, they manage to pack up whatever they're going to be able to take with them, and they bolt.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did they drop that one behind?
No, they other people came and replaced them and took that. Those apparently were very important to take.
Okay.
Okay.
And
at this point, as Knuckles is catching his breath from the whole situation, I actually reach into my jacket and actually pull out my vibro knife. So I've got gun in one hand, vibro knife in the other.
all right, Star, please roll me your willpower plus your body.
Okay.
What do we got?
1 hit.
1 hit. Okay. All right, Capjack, what's your final results?
All right, so I went for 5 rounds, 4 successes, 3 successes, glitch with 2 hits, then 2 hits, and then 1 hit, and that's when it was called,
Okay.
like after 50 minutes.
Yep, 15 minutes of operation. You stop kind of doing like major aiding and start just doing more basic supplemental help as Scabs lets you know, but you guys are out of the like critical phase, and
Yeah.
she's stable. You want me to clip the ears while we're at it? No, I mean,
No!
never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Okay.
I mean, it's not gonna be the cleanest, but it'll stable. And so,
Knuckles, what happened?
yeah, do that.
Well, Capjack, can't really tell you what happened to her. All I know is I put the car into the building like we discussed. As they started shooting me, I started backing up to get out of the way because of the excessive amount of guns that were shooting at me. Got back to the front of the building. She's laying on the ground, and some mystery bullet came out of nowhere and took the guy's head off the top of his shoulders.
Alright, let's back up a moment there. Ran the car into the building as the plan called for.
Yes.
What? What were you doing?
We found the case. We were going after the case. We had an opportunity, and next thing you know, by the time I hit the back door, I heard an explosion up front, and then I started getting showered with ammunition. So I got out. I got back to the front. She's on the ground, and like I said, she had an angel on her side because someone shot the human over her shoulder, and next thing I know, the head just evaporated.
Capjack would get on his comlink to Valkyrie.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Valkyrie, are you shooting people right now?
I was, but they got away. I needed one more, and then I would have made bank.
Get to Scabs right now. Your sister is hurt badly.
Oh. Is that what this was about?
You didn't know either?
I got notifications. I didn't know that these things were connected.
Valkyrie, your comlink does a little like doo-doo-doo noise saying your payment has been transferred and special package has been delivered.
Okay.
You see a drone of some kind flying in towards you. It appears to be a very kind of robust, tough, but basically all it seems to be good for is flying. It's got a flat platform on top and then a bunch of like hooks and loops of essentially like repelling equipment or sort of thing sticking out the bottom of it.
Okay.
And a label, like name across the front said called Vantage Point. And it just makes a little blink blink and your comlink syncs up with it.
Okay, I'll be there, Capjack. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. I think she's through the worst of it.
Great.
She's going to make it.
She
Right, Scabs?
better.
I have to go.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll be okay. Gets me another blood bag though.
Yeah.
Quick question for you.
Yep.
The staircase that comes up into Scab's place, does it actually go any higher beyond his place?
No, he's actually on the first floor, so he's room 1. So you
Okay.
guys are 10 meters away from the front door.
Okay. Well,
Wait.
I go out into the hallway, post up just outside the door, and have my eyes on the front door with my pistol pulled,
Okay.
and shut the door the best I can behind me.
Yeah, you Scabs tells Capjack, "All right, the first aid kit over there, grab the duct tape. Seal up the door a little bit."
Yeah, okay. I guess what he would do is he would go around like the like make it as airtight as possible with duct tape.
Yeah,
Because that's really
it's
the
just
only thing
it's
you're
just
gonna
to keep
do
it
with duct tape.
Yeah, it's just to keep it closed. He doesn't want that
Okay.
swinging open and having another one of the tenants just walk by
Yeah.
and watching him operate. Because
No.
he's a paranoid psycho.
But he's our paranoid psycho.
Exactly.
So Valkyrie, yes.
I just remembered that I did find the building in the previous episode, so I would know that this is the same place, right?
You've been there, so yes. Yeah, you
Okay,
would.
so I guess taking another look, I would put two and two together because at the time I didn't, I guess.
Yeah, you were told there, and this all happened quite fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna remember that I have a certain package, and I'm gonna call Capjack again.
Yeah?
I just remembered that I gotta stay here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll let you know when she wakes up then.
Yeah.
Did you get the case?
No. If 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 what I'm figuring out makes sense, where so we found the building,
Yeah.
we found the case, we
Yeah.
had a plan, and now Star's hurt.
Car running into the into the building.
That was not part of the plan.
Who was on the ground planning this?
Look, it was. We found the building.
Yeah?
And then we had the professional thief go look at it and scout it out. She said that she can do it, and I had to stay here. And Knuckles was there for backup, and they needed a distraction. I said to try a car alarm or something, and then what's this about running into a building? I did not say anything to try any of that.
Was they getting ready to leave, like, shortly?
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't have a
were?
lot of time.
This sounds very rushed. You couldn't ambush them when you confirmed who had the case and then...
I trusted that my sister had this.
Well, she apparently had an explosion in her face. You should see... Oh, it does not look so good. Okay. Okay.
Did I mention I flunked plastic surgery?
Yeah, I don't think you needed to mention, actually. It's a bit of...
She's an elf.
Hand me the crochet stitch things.
Yeah.
I don't like how this turned out either. I don't know what went wrong, and I don't understand how it could have gone wrong. But it did. And
Yeah, very wrong. So now we have to... Where was the building?
I'll send him the address.
Mm-hmm. The address is just on the border between Italian mafia and Simon territory.
On which side?
Just a single block into Simon territory.
Valkyrie?
Yes.
This is Simon's territory.
I know, and that's why if I knew that they were gonna put a car in a building, I would have told them not to. That was not part of the plan. The plan was for Star to sneak in, do her job like a professional, and get out like a professional.
Okay. We need to pause. You said you're watching the building, right?
I was, but they're gone now.
Okay, so that's not bad, that's not bad. We need to know if Simon knows about this.
Oh, he will.
Okay, it's also on the border with the Italians. We can talk to Michael, we can sort this out. Okay, I need to call you back.
Okay. I'll
I'll
be at the loft.
Yes, it's probably safest. Okay.
So,
I'm gonna-
Valkyrie,
Mm-hmm.
as you walk back into the loft, you see Slice on the couch watching TV, and you see the package. Star, what's her name?
Rowan.
Rowan, running around in very large circles through the center of the room. And Slice just says as you come in, I don't see anything.
All right. I'm gonna look at this.
Actually, as you
child,
come
like-
in, though, he does aim his arm at you, and like the gun pops out.
It's just me, Slice.
All right. I didn't see anything.
I'm gonna like shake my head at this thing, and then go upstairs onto the roof. Just like, no.
Downstairs, he's like, just shut up. Here's a bag of chips. Go over there.
All right, so
Star, you begin to wake up in quite a bit of pain. A lot more pain than you possibly ever have felt.
Oh, fuck.
oh, Star! Good,
Oh,
you're
here,
awake.
let me fix that. He pulls out a giant syringe and slams it into her stomach.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay.
And he lets go
Hi.
and just leaves it there, sticking out.
Okay. Star, very, very important. What happened? How did this happen to you?
You know what I like? Museums. Museums are nice. They're a lot easier. No suicidal bastards.
A suicide bomber? It was a suicide bomber.
do you know what's in the case?
No. What?
There's nuclear material in the case,
But
and they had a grenade wired to the door.
what a tripwire?
Yes. Now you understand?
Scabs just reaches forward and is just pressing the plunger down just slightly with one finger. Just a little bit.
Okay. So grenade was set off. That was in Simon's territory, Star.
I'm gonna need to make a phone call.
Yeah, you might want to do that right now. I'm going.
So here's the first repercussions of everything that happened. Star, please roll your ballistic armor plus your edge.
One hit.
One hit. You pull out your comm link, and there is a very large, jagged piece of metal sticking clear through it.
That sucks.
Capjack,
That's
go
a-
over.
That saved your life right there.
It probably did. What about the other one? I made sure I had 2 comm links on me.
Oh, that one should be fine.
That's real smart.
If you hadn't had this thing right here, that would have just gone straight through, just liquefied both of your lungs.
That'd have been bad.
Yeah, so you can
So,
make a call.
yeah, I'll use the other comm link and make the call. I'll call. Did I get a name for her? For the dark elf?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, so I'll call her.
What's her connection?
1 is what she told me.
The person doesn't reject your call, but the call is just ringing. And then right before it would like automatically, like, what is it, like the 5th or 7th ring or whatever, when it's going to automatically end the call, then it picks up. Hello.
I want you to know, that the explosives weren't mine, but I may have accidentally set them off.
Where are you?
Oh. Scabs.
Okay, she hangs up.
How does it go?
She's on her way.
But oh hell. Okay. Scabs.
What you want? I'm just trying to keep this person's face together.
Yeah, they're about to have company, I believe.
Hmm.
Is that for Simon's people, right, Star?
Yeah.
Oh hell. Okay. Scabs, what do you want me to do?
I don't like them here. I mean, I'm not breaking any of their rules or anything, but I don't like them here. Just pick up all the coolers, put them in the back.
Yeah, got it.
And then he grabs the syringe and slams it. And so, and Star, you go unconscious.
Okay.
Pretty shortly after that, Knuckles, you hear several vehicles pulling up outside.
In that process, Capjack would call into Knuckles. Be aware there is incoming. It's Simon's people. So good luck.
Okay. I make sure I got both my knife and my gun ready.
I would suggest maybe don't shoot at them.
Okay. I stand there watching the door.
You hear, so you're hearing several vehicles showing up. One particularly large sounding vehicle outside. You hear outside like the talking, like the mumbling of people trying to like stay organized, figure out a plan, and then the door just kicks open as one of the individuals of the group just ignores the whole planning session, just walks through. You see a dwarf with blonde hair, a denim jacket, and a sawn-off shotgun in one hand, and a Molotov cocktail in the other. She says, all right,
okay.
Where's the elf?
And at this point here, as soon as that door kicked open, I've got that pistol open, straight up deal. I've got my knife like ready for the good old knife fight position and everything. And before they can it's like, stop. Who are you?
I'm Sarah. Move out of the way. Simon's people are here. We're in charge of the situation now. Shove off.
Bite me. Elf's upstairs.
No, he's right there. Points at the, quite bloody and damaged door that's right there.
Oh, yes. I look over my shoulder. Yeah, right there. So.
All right. Hey, fellas, watch the troll. 3 humans come up and hold their assault rifles, not aimed at you, but definitely not like down at their sides or anything.
My
Not
pistol's
not
down.
aimed at.
Yeah, mine's not aimed exactly at them, but it's aimed in their general direction. Knife is ready to be thrown if I need to.
So those three are watching you. Two more of them flank the dark elf female, who's some kind of sergeant or lieutenant, and her and Sarah kick open the duct tape held door open. Where is she?
Right here.
Okay.
She's a bit unconscious.
Wake her
It
up.
was pretty. Of course. Scabs.
Ah. Yeah, yellow syringe.
Yeah. Okay.
And he injects into Star's neck a bit of a unknown yellowish substance, and Star, you're woken up by a very cold sensation running through your neck.
I confusedly say I don't like that in Turkish.
I think I broke her.
Capjack's gonna stand aside.
The dark elf looms over your face, looking down, just waiting for you to fully come to. Hello.
Oh, what's going on?
I'm taking you into custody.
That's good.
Okay. She's stable? Capjack's like,
Scabs?
as long as you are very careful, like
Don't pull on her face.
that, yeah. But also, like, a sturdy breeze could push her the other way.
Do you mind if I convince you to monitor her?
We'll grab the mage from the pits.
I've got. Sounds good.
All right, Sarah.
Now, can Knuckles hear any of this conversation, or do they close the door behind them?
Nope.
The
You,
door's kicked open.
yeah, you can hear it. Yeah, you can hear it.
Uh,
The dwarf actually reaches over up onto the table and carries Star. So this dwarf holding the elf moves through, only bumping Star's head on the doorframe once.
When the dwarf comes to the door, I look at the dwarf and says, "Do you want me to carry her? Obviously, you're inept to do so."
Oh no.
Just quiet down, or I'll drop her.
Capjack is
not
going
work.
to like lean out the door. Knuckles,
I look
shut
over-
the fuck up! Like now, seriously, for your own safety and Star's safety. Okay?
I simply nod at Capjack.
It's good. Yeah. Sorry about that. Also, I want to make very clear, I was not there.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, we're gonna be getting a full understanding of the situation very soon.
Yeah.
That was the dark elf speaking. Sarah, the dwarf, says, "I'm not particularly happy being a courier today, so don't test me." And walks out and unloads Star into one of the armored security vans. And then Sarah goes over and gets in her monster truck. And Star is shipped away, conscious, but hurting quite a bit. But in the van, you find a mage who casts some kind of spell to monitor your condition, and then if you ever begin to tip towards being unstable, he'll patch you up enough to keep you around. All right. Valkyrie. Or actually, I assume you all try to meet up as soon as possible now?
Yeah, there's going to be a couple words in between now and then, but yes.
So all of Simon's people clear out. All of them.
Okay. All right, well, as soon as they've cleared out, like that plasticky smile planted on Capjack's face is gone, and he is just pissed, and he turns on Knuckles. What the hell are you doing? I don't know where you learned to do your running, Chummer, but come on, you don't piss off the big fish when they are in your face. Not if you want to live, not if you want your friends to live. Do we have an understanding here?
They should treat her with more respect. I mean, she was injured and...
They don't give a damn about respect. Respect is earned down here. And right now, we have pissed in their Cheerios. Well, you pissed in their Cheerios, not me. I want to make it very clear, I wasn't there. If I had been, this would not have happened. Fuck's sake. Scheiße. Okay.
You see Scabs is in the corner. He just like looks at you a bit nervously and fiddles around, finds a syringe and just injects himself. Starts.
I want you to take a moment. Look around you real quick. You see this door? You'll see our friend right there. All of them, all of us, were at risk for this. So next time you have the feeling to go mousing off, make sure you can back it up. And when there's that many of them, and there's the biggest dogs in the pack, you cannot back it up. So right now, the best thing we can do for you, for Valkyrie, and for Star most importantly, is play smart. Figure out who we have, you, really, have to kiss up to make this all better.
I will see who I need to talk to, but I don't know who they were. You simply said somebody was showing up, and next thing I know, they're bouncing Star off the walls, and that doesn't fly in my boat.
I was very clear. It was Simon's people. And on the day you arrived, when Michael walked into the loft, he made it very clear, you don't piss off Simon. That's rule number 1 here. Right now, it appears Simon is pissed off. If we are very, very lucky, Star survives this.
Apparently I forgot rule 1. I will not forget it again.
Okay. Here's what I need you to do. I want to help you fix this. I need to know what happened. I want to know what went down, and you can explain that to me. Let's see. Next step. Scabs, how you doing?
I'm gonna clean up and I'm gonna go over and stay with Dolly for a little while.
It's good. Yeah, it's good. Do you want me to call her and have her meet you over here, or?
No, I'll just walk over. She's nearby. And he just like looks everywhere. It's bloody and everything. He's just like, I'll clean it up later. I'm going.
Is there
Yeah,
any?
V will walk you over.
Is there any of Star's gear left here when he's peeling it off of her?
No.
Okay.
Her clothing is severely damaged, both from the explosion and then him just taking a buzzsaw and cutting it open.
Scissors.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I get a dwarf in here who's got bulletproof armor on. I'm not gonna take the, 10 minutes it takes to find the zipper.
No. It's Alright, we'll walk you over to Dolly's. We'll close the door as best we can.
Here. And he grabs a little canister. This stuff is, it's not healthy, but occasionally it helps keep people alive. So, here, close the door. And he begins to spray some kind of foam across the door that expands and solidifies. It just blocks off the whole doorway. And then just chucks the canister on the ground. That should do for now.
It's fine.
Okay. I slowly, just at this point, go ahead and put my gun and knife back away.
I left my syringe in there. Do you have anything on you, Capjack, that I could use?
Not unless you have something for chips. Sorry.
I bet Dolly's got something.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's just something to like calm down. Heck, if it would put me to sleep.
Oh, I can fix that for you, actually. Do me a favor, open your mouth. And he would, like, take his hand and extract out some, like, sleeping, stuff.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
You'll have a nice nap. It'll be good.
So yeah, you guys drop him off at Dolly's, get in the van, and head to the loft. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Valkyrie is up on the roof, and Slice is trying to both take care of. Again, remind me. For some reason, I cannot hold the name in my
Rowan
head.
or something like that.
Rowan.
Rowan.
Rowan. I cannot hold it in my head for some reason. He's trying to both take care of her and pretend he's never seen her in his life. Because that's what he was told to do. You haven't seen, you haven't seen none of it, so he's
tortured
yeah.
by this.
So he's just.
It's fun.
Of course, he's not caring for her health in any way. He went over to the soy printer and just printed a dozen donuts.
Whatever. Can't.
So Capjack and Knuckles walk into that of seeing her sitting inside of a like large mixing bowl eating donuts.
You see an 8-year-old kid. You see an 8-year-old elf
specifically
child.
an 8-year-old elf child, yes.
I walk past her, ruffle her
The-
hair.
What?
The moment
my
the door
hands.
opens, though, Slice pulls the gun out of his mechanical arm and aims it at the door, and then sees it's you guys and stops.
Oh, yeah. I guess Capjack would be covered in blood, too.
Yeah.
So is Knuckles, so.
Yeah. He would take like one more second to like, see you guys. Eh.
Yeah, Slice? What?
I don't know what's going. I don't know what's happening. No one told me anything. I haven't seen anything.
And at this point, I walk by and just ruffles the kid's head and everything, and go grab a beer and pop a top.
Knuckles, who is this?
You don't know who this little one is?
No!
I'll let Valkyrie tell you who she is.
No.
It's not my story to tell you.
That is Valkyrie.
Knowing her, bird nest.
He would just... Valkyrie!
Comlink. What?
What is this in here?
What is what?
The child!
Oh.
You have a child?
Come upstairs.
No, I need to get a shower? There... Okay, I'm covered in your sister's blood.
Oh,
I
shit.
need a shower?
Okay, then when you're done, come meet me upstairs.
And more importantly, Simon took her.
Alright.
Maybe you want to come down here, have the conversation?
I really don't. I really, really, really don't.
Okay, I'm gonna go take a shower. I don't... Whatever.
Okay.
And he's gonna grab a beer, and he is going to go take a shower and drink his beer.
Slice says to you as
Dude,
he like
wrong.
almost starts talking to you. Is like, no, never mind. Knuckles, what do
Yes?
children eat?
I know they probably prefer a lot of sweets, so maybe a candy bar or two.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I gave it.
Wait, Capjack is still in the room, right?
Yes, he just looked at you and was like, I'm not gonna bother him. He seems like he's got enough on his mind, and turned to Knuckles. But like, you are there. Yes.
No, don't give them candy. Give them something healthy, like vegetables.
salad.
They hate it, but you make some eat it. It's whatever.
Okay.
Meat hamburger. There you go.
All right.
Yes, it's perfect.
All right, kid, get out of that bowl. And he just takes the donuts away, which, after having had a bunch of sugar, doesn't go over particularly well.
I go order up a soy burger for her. Get it going.
I don't. What? Say words! I don't understand yelling. I don't understand this at all.
I grab the burger, grab a couple of those donuts, squish it on top of, I put it on top of the hamburger meat and says, "There. Now you get both the good stuff and the bad stuff."
She does that thing where you pick out the chocolate out of the chocolate chip cookies, just navigating this mush burger. All right.
And then I go sit down next to the slice.
Whoa, you're a bit messy.
Yeah. I'll wait for Capjack to finish in the shower and then I'll go do one.
All right.
As a note for as a designer note, it's a very open bathroom kind of thing. So there's multiple stalls and stuff. So it,
yeah. Now that I think about it, yes,
Oh,
that is how I described it at some point.
Okay.
I don't know if you were there when I did describe it that way, because.
No.
Okay,
I
yeah.
don't remember
So
that.
Yeah, no, it's more like an open, like a gym locker.
Okay.
Yeah.
kind of setup.
yeah, there's,
Well, instead of then crashing on the couch, I will, after I feed the kid the donut burger, I will
If you throw bacon and cheese on it, it's a Luther burger. That's gourmet, right?
I'll remember that for the next print. Burger 2.0. I will go ahead and go shower off and get the blood off of me.
all right. Yes, Valkyrie.
How much did I get paid?
Yep.
Two
Paid.
new yens.
I need to know.
675 new yen.
Okay.
Plus the vantage point drone is yours.
Ooh.
Which I'm trying to figure out how this works. So if I manage to set it down and deactivate it, somewhere on the roof,
Yeah.
then I'll be happy.
Yeah,
Not
that's
gonna
that.
touch that right now. Okay.
When Capjack and Knuckles step out into the main room, you would see Michael is in the doorway, just hand on his chin, just observing everything and thinking. Just
Hello, Michael.
yeah, Michael, the guy who
Our boss.
pays
Yeah,
for
no,
the
I said- I
building.
just- Yeah, no, I just walked in and said hello.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah.
Yeah, that would, and Capjack would just stop, look.
Ah, crap. Okay.
No!
It's discard. It'll be fine. Just give it a second.
Okay, he would stop. He would look. Hello, boss, and just go and start putting clothes on. Just with an exasperated sigh.
All right. Well, nothing can be done until I know what happened. So I want everybody here and explain everything to me.
Well, Michael, and as I'm getting dressed, I look over at him and says, "I'm the only one that can tell you what really happened because the other two, Capjack and Valkyrie, were not there at the site when it happened."
Okay.
Or slice. I don't assume.
Yeah, or Slice, yes.
But I was part of everything that led up to that.
Everybody who's able to, I want them to be here. I believe that Star is in custody.
Yes.
Alright, before we get started, whose child is this?
This would be after as Valkyrie steps down and is present. I assume you come down when Michael asks you to.
I don't know how I would be notified, but yeah, if I was asked to come down, I'd come down.
Okay.
Capjack would ask that, and I would try really hard, keep it together, and through gritted teeth, I'd say, she's mine.
Ah, all right. Right then. Maybe this conversation isn't going to be the best for your daughter. Um, let's see. You would
Who?
like kneel down. What's your name?
Right.
Hi, Ron. My name is Capjack. It's nice to meet you.
Hi.
Do you like music?
I like that song that goes ba 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 da da ba 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 ba.
Ba ba da 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 da. Yeah. I know this one. I have a. Let's see. He's like flicking through his mental music list.
Mhm.
I have that entire album actually. If you want to come over here and listen to it,
Yeah.
all right, he would go and sequester her over in his area with the music and
Yep.
make it so that she wouldn't be able to hear. Like, put the little white noise generator over there
Mm-hmm.
and turn it on so that she can't hear the rest of the conversation.
Right on. All right. So Michael says, who were the individuals, including the members of this group, that were? Who were the people that were present?
Present during what particular moments?
The actual explosion and subsequent firefight. Who were physically present at that building?
That would be me and the star.
Who were the other people?
I helped with everything leading up to the incident, but I was not there when that happened.
I think the other group might have, if I remember,
It was the
Lift-tooth or Light-tooth, something like that.
Slicktooth, and I believe, if I understand correctly, I've killed 9 of their number.
Okay. Okay, so this is a very, if you can imagine, a tough situation for me. Whether I like it or you like it or not, you're my responsibility if something goes terribly wrong. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so I have two choices. Either I double down and absorb the heat for this, however it spins out, or I drop you all. Sorry, I drop those who I have to.
It makes sense.
Those are my options. I don't particularly want to drop you, but I need a compelling argument for why you were there and specifically why Simon should be okay with you being there. Your actual reason doesn't really matter because he's not concerned with whatever your run was, I'm sure.
I doubt that the Licktooth would have told Simon that they were squatting in that building.
And we were retrieving property that belonged to Alfred the dwarf.
The property was owned by Simon and was in the middle of a deal to be sold to us.
Okay.
So I'm in hot water both with my dad and with Simon. But if I double down, I can say that I sent you there to recon a property that we were about to buy and to clear them out. If I believed that, or at least to check, if I believed that they were squatting on the property, it would eventually be ours and was currently Simon's, out of respect to him and a personal, our personal stake in it, we wanted to check it out. And so I sent you. If that doesn't fly, then I'm in much worse situation than I am right now. But if that does, that could clean most of this up.
As much as I don't like it, I really don't like the idea of you taking the hit for someone who was supposed to do her job correctly. And for someone, I'm really grateful for the opportunity you've presented me, and I don't like the idea of taking advantage of that. So if you have to let people go, let people go.
I can currently give a non-answer and let it sit as it is, where I'm partially to blame, but partially you're to blame, and I can figure out what ends up being best for me later on. If you think that you guys can handle this. Do you, and just a general question to everyone, do you think you can handle this?
What does this involve?
Patching things up with Simon to get back Star and to make him not mad at you. And hopefully not mad at us. And yeah. Primarily, I would imagine to shove as much blame as possible over onto the squatters.
That would be ideal, yes.
Do you think you can do that?
Well, Simon
I'm gonna
can't
look at
be.
Capjack.
Simon can't be any worse than the Dallas cartel, so I think I can deal with them.
Okay.
I
So
don't.
when Valkyrie looks over to Capjack, I could be hired for this, yeah. I wasn't present for any of it. I am completely blameless. I would make a good neutral third party.
Mm-hmm. As far as they're aware, Valkyrie, they don't know where to stand on you. Potentially,
Okay.
you could have just been aiding them as they're trying to apprehend the squatters.
Okay.
And they'd be fine with that. Also, potentially, you were fire support for the team that caused it. You need to make sure that
Or-
they have in their mind
Can
what
I
you
open
want them
that?
to think.
Can I open the app to show that I was just taking a job?
Yep.
So I'm gonna do that and show him that I was there to collect money.
Okay. All right. We're going to put a pause here, and we're going to move over to Star.
Kitty.
You kind of phase out a little bit and kind of recollect yourself in a dark room, perfectly square cube room, sitting on a kind of uncomfortable metal chair. The mage that is making sure you don't die is over in the corner, just muttering to himself, kind of rubbing his fingers together, just keeping the magic going. And Sarah has been dismissed. The dwarf has gone away, and the dark elf is in the opposing corner to the mage and is leaning against the wall, just watching you. On the other side of the door, you hear footsteps. It opens up and you see a man with short, slightly spiked up blonde hair, very finely dressed, just flawless skin, nails, eyelashes, everything, dressed in a slightly absurd purple business suit. Like a little bit too like bright color for someone to take them seriously. Like you can go for maybe a darker color, like darker purple, and be kind of cool or edgy or something. This is just one step too close to like clown colors. He walks in. Hi there. He kind of leans down, bringing his head at the same height as you as you're sitting down. My name is Simon. What's yours?
Star.
That's not what I meant. What's your name?
Nissa.
Thank you. What happened? Tell me the interesting bits. What happened?
The interesting bits?
Yeah. How'd you end up like this?
I missed a tripwire.
Okay. Who put that there? Oh, crap. He'll be back. Just give him a second. There we go. Who put the tripwire in my building?
The lick tooth. Militia dudes. Apparently suicidal.
I mean, some could argue that you are.
I'm not the one that was supposed to be holding nuclear material and wired a grenade to the door, but yeah, arguable.
I mean, you're messing around with my stuff, so it's a little bit playing with fire, that.
True.
What exactly were you doing there?
Was hired to retrieve property?
Okay. So, stealing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Might makes right down here. Whoever has it as the owner, so whatever. Yes, stealing. That's fine. What? Why should I care about you going away, like living? Because, I mean, it would take me, about 5 seconds to just have you killed and chucked into the ocean. And it would, I would forget it before the day's over. It's really convenient for you just to die. Why shouldn't I?
Oh boy,
that is a really simple question that stumps a lot of people, especially Shadowrunners. A lot of them don't have much of a reason, but other than I don't want to. Come on.
I have one reason to want to live. My daughter.
I see that look, Capjack.
That's interesting. Is that, a lot of people have kids. We're in Sodom and Gomorrah, my friends. Like, a lot of people have kids. What does that mean to you?
Everything. She's everything I have left.
All right. Do you have any... Or, sorry, roll willpower.
Willpower.
You are
Alright.
still functionally hurt. Like, you have not recovered any health still. Actually, no, that's not true. You've recovered down to the point where it would say -2. So you actually have recovered back to that point.
Okay.
So, yeah, roll willpower for me.
1 hit.
1 hit. Let me check a thing. Holy crap! Wow. Okay. He, as he asks you that, he looks over to the mage in the corner, and the mage just kind of shrugs. Okay. What would you give me to see your daughter again?
I guess the question would be, what do you need? As you pointed out, it'd be easy for you to throw me in the water and forget about me.
I like that answer. I'll let you live. And I'll let you know what I want. Yeah? I'll let you know when I figure it out. I'll let you know what I want. And you'll get it for me. Right?
I can do that.
Alright. Patch this lady up. And he steps out of the room. And the mage begins to actually heal you. And you will recover to full health. Still quite a bit of pain. And there's still more cosmetic patching up that needs to be done. But you're mechanically full health.
Okay.
Capjack, Valkyrie, and Knuckles. Michael says, okay, so as far as things are going to happen, fixing this is on you. I will stay out of it until further notice.
Okay.
Keep me updated if something significant happens. And he opens the door and leaves.
Okay.
Okay.
Right then.
Yeah. This
We
is a
need to go
shit
get
burger.
Starbucks then, don't we?
Yep.
I'm gonna say nothing and go back upstairs.
Not. We need to have a discussion about the pay. Because this is not a free job. Not even a little bit.
Upstairs.
Michael actually pokes his head back in. He says, whoever is going to be chatting with them, they've hired a representative. And he's here.
Excellent.
And he leaves.
Fine.
I'm thinking.
Look, if I understand and I'll cover you, just don't rip me off.
Not a problem at all. I'm thinking 500 new yen each. And it'll be 1,000 from Star because saving her ass. But I promise you, this will come back beneficially to all of you in the end.
What is your plan before I agree to that?
Fair question. We need to give Simon a reason to want to keep Star alive. One of the best ways to do that is to heap as much blame onto the opposition as possible, which also means I need to know as much about what happened while I was gone as you can give me. I need to know every single detail, even the most minute thing that you might think is nothing. I need to know everything I can use.
I think you're thinking a bit too much on the big picture. I'm asking on what you're going to do right now for the representative that's outside.
What I'm going to do first is establish the Times negotiator, and then I'm going to find common ground, and then we're going to find out what they want, and then we're going to have our conversation where we give them everything they need and then some to hang the other people that were there.
Okay.
Is fair?
Sounds good.
You're
Sounds good to me.
a light tap, tap, tap on the door.
Do us all a favor and get her out of here. Pointing at the child.
I'm gonna growl and shove her upstairs.
Slice says, finally, goes over, grabs a beer out of the fridge. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Right then, this is going to be fun. He's going to go over to the door, answer it. Who's he see?
Mr. P.
Ah, hello, friend. How are you?
Excuse me. I think you might be mistaken. I don't think we've met before.
This is the guy that I'm in business with, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
on a
been
club
hired
together.
by Simon to act as a entirely unbiased representative.
Ah, it's good. Yeah. Then it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. P. I am Capjack. Extends
Nice
his
to meet
hand.
you, sir. And he reaches out shakily and nervously shakes your hand.
It's good. Would you let us have a seat and this?
He like kind of peeks in. I mean, to him, this looks like kind of a. Well, it looks like a druggie's house of some kind.
You know what? There's a cafe across the street in Italian territory. Would that be better?
That would
Nice
be.
neutral location.
Yes, thank you.
Perfect. Let's go do that.
And he will walk with you over to the cafe. Soy calf, please.
As for me as well, Angela. Thank you.
Okay. I would like, if you wouldn't mind, for you to offer up your official statement of just the bare bones, who you're representing, what their overall, not the series of events, but their what part they played in the events, such as being the aggressors or just random passerbyers or whatever it be, but what they claim to be, and what you claim this other entity to be.
Excellent. I can give a beginning portion of the statement. I was not there personally. I have not entirely had an opportunity to speak with them and get the full understanding. Would it be alright if I went and did that before we truly get started? We wouldn't want to be unprepared.
Okay, but can you tell me at least what they claim to be? Were they on there on a mission? Was this their intent? Was this happenstance? Random passerbyers got dragged into a pre-existing fight? What can you tell me what they claim to be?
Well, to start with, I am representing the occasional Shadowrunners, Valkyrie, Knuckles, and Star. As for whether they were there on explicitly on a run or not, I know that they were hired to retrieve equipment, and that search led them to that location.
Mm-hmm. All right. I have more questions, but we'll do those after you clear everything up with the with your clients.
It's good. Thank you, Mr. P. I will be back as soon as possible.
All right. We are gonna take a quick little break,
Okay.
and then we'll be back for that.
All right.
How are people liking it so far?
All right.
Oh yeah,
Woo!
it's intense.
It is. It's
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
mean, I've got
I'm
knuckles.
so sorry I did so much yelling. Are you okay? I felt so bad.
I asked you not to screw me over, and you screwed me over.
I have not screwed you over yet.
I have to pay 2,000 new yen to you.
No, you don't.
No, that was Star.
No. It's 500 for you, 500 for Knuckles, and 1,000 for Star.
Yeah, but I said that I got it.
Oh, I misunderstood. Oh, my bad.
All right. We'll get back to that when we come back. Thank you very much
Okay.
for watching. We'll be back in just a minute.
All righty.
And we're live. Hello, everybody. We are back.
Hey.
Back into Shadowrun New Atlantis, where, I mean, I think we're just going to sit down for essentially hostage negotiations.
More or less.
And actually, so last we saw, Capjack was headed in to go chat with Valkyrie, Knuckles, Slice, I guess, but he won't get anything out of him. And then also maybe Ron. And Star had just been told by Simon that he wasn't going to kill her. He is going to have the Dark Elf, who's been watching you this whole time, Star, come up and place a rather subtle, like it's not visible while, from the clothing, because they gave you new clothing, because what you had is pretty damaged. It's not easy to spot from the outside, but it's this metal band that goes around your midsection. It's about like 3 or 4 inches like wide, and then not super thick, but there's some heftiness to it. And she says, this will track you, and if Simon wants, it will kill you. But we will take you back to wherever you live. It's the loft in the Italian territory. Is that right?
Correct.
All right. Come along. He's having Sarah drop us off, so I have to go find her. So you and the Drow head over to go find Sarah in the racing pits, and we go back to Capjack.
All right, he's going to get back to the loft, close the door behind him, and Knuckles is there. Yes.
Yes.
Is Valkyrie downstairs now, since the
I'm
child is
upstairs.
upstairs? Okay. All right. Knuckles, why don't we go upstairs and have a chat? Slice, for you on this run?
Nope. I didn't see nothing. I didn't hear nothing. I didn't do nothing.
Excellent. This is good for you.
Finally.
I pat Slice on the shoulder as I start heading for the ladder.
All right. Yeah. Then he would head upstairs.
Okay.
Okay.
You would see Ron is inside of a tent. She set herself up inside of the tent that Valkyrie had set up there, and is just rolling around your white noise generator like a bocce ball.
Okay.
Snap.
Hi, Rowan. I actually need that back now. Thank you.
She doesn't hear you because she has those headphones on you gave her.
Oh, right. Actually, you know what? We'll just keep doing that then. Right now. All right. Which of you wants to go first? And tell me, what the fuck happened?
I'll go first. Okay. So as you know, we were looking for Scab's briefcase.
Mhm.
We had narrowed it down to 2 options of who it could be. We had the Licktooth militia, and we had the Russian mafia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we had decided that it's more likely that it would be the militia, because from what we understand from Scabs, he was not enemies with the Russians, and that would be a dumb move on the Russians to try anything. We then found out that the briefcase has, for some reason, radioactive material marking it. And so we called in a favor to have that be tracked by the radioactiveness of the briefcase.
Who'd you
And
call
we called Alfred, and he called a friend.
Alfred?
Alfred's the dwarf. I didn't
The
mention it
dwarf
the
we-
first time you met him. He's the dwarf you rescued. I didn't mention it the first time because I
right.
hadn't given him a name at the time, but now he has the name Alfred.
Mm-hmm. So we found a general area, and I went down there with Knuckles for with a Geiger counter to go find the building. We
Good.
found the building, and then me and Star switched places because I had to stay here to watch that monstrosity.
When this conversation is over, I'm really gonna have to ask you why you hate your child so much. But yes, you're the parent, I suppose.
That's actually my niece.
Oh, Star's child.
Stars. And
Oh.
you know the
Okay.
creepy dude who was the creepy guy who's stalking us?
Yeah, so
we
when I'm having a
decided-
conversation with this across the street. What about him?
Wait, what?
You saw him when he walked in the door.
Nope, Valkyrie had gone
No, I
upstairs.
didn't.
Oh, you missed this. Okay. Yeah, Mr. P is the one doing the conversation for Simon's side.
Fuck. Okay.
So
well,
you
he's
might
the
want to
reason-
clue me in a little bit further.
Here's the reason why we decided it'd be a good idea to have the kid here instead of alone by herself in the commons. Because we figured she had more protection here. And so we had to have at least one person here to make sure she wasn't, whatever Mr. P wants. He didn't get that.
So it's a good thing you both were up here when he came over, so he didn't see her then.
Mm-hmm. You don't know what the heck he wants, but I
You
don't
still
like
don't
it.
know.
Nope. And now you're talking to him. Great. Just great.
So we have to put that aside for right now and not even mention it.
Right. So that's why I had to stay here. I could not be involved. We switched places with I switched places with Star, and I trusted that she'd be a professional and she'd case the place. She would see what was up, and we got information that we had that they were in the building, and the item was there, and it seemed pretty loose.
All right.
And-
Before you started, so you said you got information that the briefcase was there. How did you get that?
Star went in and snuck around and spied in to see if the briefcase was there.
And had a visual confirmation on it.
Mm-hmm. She had confirmation, and she said that she was pretty sure she could do it. I trusted her to be a professional and get the job that she says she's good at to get done.
Okay.
Then they asked me, for distraction advice on how to do this. They were thinking distraction. I said, because it's in Simon's territory, we can't make something too loud that does anything. So I said, you should fire off like a car alarm, break someone's car, distract that way. Something minor. And then
Yeah.
apparently somebody looking at Knuckles
And I
thought
just drank my beer.
thought that raising the alarm meant driving a car through a building.
Well, I was drunk when it happened.
Wait, hold on.
And I
Okay,
didn't tell him to do that.
Hold on. You were drunk on the run?
No, actually, I just spilled an entire bottle of whiskey over me to make it look like I was a drunk that ran into the building.
Hmm. Just setting off the car alarm wasn't enough?
No, because they were inside the building, so I figure they're not going to come just because they hear an alarm. So I figure politely knocking on the roll-up door with a car crash might draw their attention, so Star could go through the front door.
Why would she go through the front door?
Because it was the most remote access to get to the building versus walking into the warehouse area right where they're at.
Wait.
True.
Who was going in the front door?
Star,
Star.
apparently.
I just knocked on the back door with an accident. She was.
I
She
really
also
don't
s-
know what she was thinking.
And about the time that the car hit,
Mhm.
I was about to get out to start the whole I'm drunk type situation to draw their attention to that side of the building
Uh-huh.
when an explosion happened. And next thing I know, the car I was in, got lit up by a bunch of automatic fire. So I threw it in reverse and got out before the car turned into Swiss cheese around me.
Did you do damage to the building with the car?
A little bit. I wasn't misjudged the angle of the car and kind of caught the door frame and the roll-up door. So, and there's maybe about a 2 foot opening about where the door kind of peeled back a little bit.
Knuckles, by the time you were pulling out, the damage that you had dealt to the door was somewhat insignificant compared to the amount of bullet holes that had now gone through that roll-up door once you
Okay.
pulled out.
So, but then of course once they started shooting, they turned that door from a standard roll-up door into a good old piece of Swiss cheese.
I can work with that. Okay. So, here's what you need to understand. You were doing a distraction with the car. Your initial plan was to just be a drunk driver and be obnoxious, nothing major, and then they started shooting at you, correct?
That's correct. I didn't even get to say anything or even get out of the car and act drunk. So,
Perfect. You never hit the. I don't recall hearing that you hit anything.
other than the corner of the door in the building, nope.
I don't recall hearing that you hit anything.
Oh, that's right. I didn't. I'm sorry. Apparently I was not thinking clearly from all the fire that they started opening up on me.
Right. So you had not even gotten a chance to begin your distraction when there was an explosion. Do we know how that happened?
No.
Who knows how that happened?
Star.
Damn it.
Did kind of tell you.
Tell me?
No, I did kind of tell Capjack at
Oh.
Scab.
Oh, yeah.
Right. There was a tripwire on the door.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Alright, so she missed the tripwire, setting off an explosion, and then they started shooting.
And then I got paid.
You didn't do damage to Simon's property. That was them.
That's correct.
This is good. Okay. I think I have ideas how we can spin this to our benefit. Yeah, you were there on a job. You were tracking nuclear material, which, let's be clear, that's very dangerous. What did you find out about this militia? Are they terrorists? Trying to
I'm
blow
gonna look
something
back
up?
at what Blinky told me, and
Yes.
he told me exactly. Did he tell me that they were?
They used to be a Shadowrunning crew, but they essentially decided that they can do more hot jobs if they have more than the kind of standard number of people. So they're, at this point, they're kind of the middle point between a Shadowrunning crew and a
Private army.
private army or mercenary crew.
Yep. And then Blinky informed us that they were very vindictive and very greedy.
Also very sloppy.
Yes, that too.
Vindictive, greedy, sloppy.
So
I can work with this. Okay. Here's how this works. You are on the approach to do a distraction. You are pretending to drive drunk. Explosion happens. They start shooting. Car hits building. during the shooting, which was not, this was not what you intended. But they started shooting at you, and of course you lost control because vehicle and shooting at you. Explosion happened. You collect star. You said you were shooting people as well, Valkyrie?
Yeah, I'll show him that I was killing for a job.
Perfect. So you were not providing overwatch for this mission.
Just getting paid.
Perfect. You didn't even realize who it was until I called you, if I recall.
So you were the one that was doing that shooting?
I guess. Yeah.
Because as I pulled out to the front of the building to see Star laying on the ground, the head of the person that was standing over her kind of just vaporized.
Yeah, I did that. That was me.
Remind me never to upset you.
Thank you.
It's fine.
Hang on.
Oh, right. You weren't even there for... Go ahead.
At this point, a very large monster truck would pull up outside of the loft. In the driver's seat, you would see a blonde dwarf trying to yell at you over the way too loud radio that she has on.
Capcheck might even be able to hear that, though.
Yeah, why don't you roll auditory perception to distinguish
Let's
those
see.
different things?
And
What is that?
I mean, Knuckles would peek over the edge at the sound of a probably unmuffled type vehicle.
Oh yeah, and you would see this is the same dwarf that carried Star away.
Okay.
Let's see. Auditory, so 4. Okay. Two hits.
Yeah, you hear her yelling something about, "Hey, pick up your elf. I'm out of here to the races."
What the hell?
I turn around and
Pause
say,
for a moment.
it looks like it's the dwarf that carried off Star.
Yeah, I was there. Let me go down and check. And he's gonna, like, run down.
I'm gonna provide Overwatch.
I pull my pistol out just in case, too.
The dwarf is yelling at Star, who is like sitting right in front of just this massive speaker that takes up the dashboard where in front of the passenger seat.
Ouch.
Just saying, yelling at you and pointing at the door. And
Yeah, I'll slowly get out, assuming I'm still in some kind of pain.
yeah, you are. The problem is there's no kind of ladder or steps on the passenger side of this monster truck.
There goes that stitch as you drop out.
Do a sweet ninja move. That works great.
Yeah, every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah. I'll
At about this point, you would see Capjack running down to help in some way. Capjack, you would see
will-
Star just kind of like civilian on the edge of a building. It was just like,
yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Yeah, I would go and help her down.
yeah, you can do that. Star's good. And without checking to make sure that you guys are out of the way, the monster truck pulls out.
Shit. Splat.
What the hell? Good to see you, Star.
You would see Star's wearing clothes that she's never worn before. It looks like they just went to the gift shop at the Coliseum and just t-shirt, pants, there.
Okay, let's get you inside right now. We're in the present. We're currently negotiating for your release. This is complicated now. Right. How are you here? Like, get inside first. Tell me how you got here.
What are you saying? Her music way too loud.
I'm asking how you're here. We haven't finished negotiating for you yet.
We'll talk about that upstairs.
That's, yes, we will.
As they enter the building, I look over at Valkyrie. Do you want to go down and talk to your sister? I will watch the kid for you.
Capjack and Star, please both make me reaction checks.
I am very close to loading my gun because I really want to, but I won't. And say no. I am not going to go meet her.
3 hits.
3 hits. You reach up and snatch your white noise generators that flies off over the edge of the building.
Hey, Star.
Yes?
You should very much ground your daughter. I'm just pointing that out. Also, she may have had a lot of sugar. Like a lot of sugar.
With that, in time, suppose.
You also probably shouldn't let her see you like this. Let's be honest. You look.
Understandable.
Does she know what you do?
Yeah, she knows some of it. I don't
Okay, Star, does she know
exactly
you are a
tell her.
runner and what that entails? Just cuts the bullshit. Because she's about to
Yes.
really find out very quickly if not.
Yes, she has to know. It's only us. If I don't come back.
Okay, good. That makes this at least slightly simpler. Okay, then I said it was a lot of sugar. It was a lot of sugar. Slice was the only one watching her. It
Star,
was a mess.
please roll visual perception.
Oh.
So I imagine both of you are heading upstairs, right?
Yeah.
All right. As you open the door, you guys would see Slice is now taking advantage of the fact that he doesn't have to watch a child, and is quite out of it on the couch now. What'd you get, Star?
1 hit.
1 hit. You, as you're going up the stairs, you spot a guy in a business suit, middle-aged man, balding, over in the cafe across the street.
Okay.
You spot the man that has been watching Rohan.
I freeze. What is he doing here?
But, yeah, that's Mr. P. He was negotiating on behalf of Simon. For you.
He works for Simon.
Get inside right now, Star.
I go up there.
Capjack's gonna pop on the link to Valkyrie.
Okay.
Train your weapon on that man. If he tries to run away, shoot him.
Got it. I'll reposition.
I need to verify he is in fact working for Simon.
Okay.
How do you do that? I'm very
He's gonna-
interested in this.
He's gonna call Michael.
Right? Yep.
Hello?
Hello?
Excuse me, Michael.
Yes.
The negotiator for Simon.
Yes.
To be very clear, he was negotiating the release of Star, correct?
I don't think he is necessarily negotiating, more like representing. He's your lifeline to not just, to the rest of your crew not just getting, shot.
Can we verify he is who he says he is? I mean, does that come directly from Simon?
I'll double check it.
Thank you. I just overabundance of caution in this moment.
Simon says he'll contact Star.
I see. Star, expect a call from Simon.
Star, your hula hoop thing starts to ring.
What the hell? Is it visible?
No. It's
Oh, okay.
actually at this point, once it's going, you see a tiny little light right about Star's like belly button. The little red light just.
Okay, me and Scabs did not do that. I want to be very clear.
It was Simon.
Ah,
Simon
That
put
is-
a phone in you?
Not in me. I figured out how to answer it.
Yeah, just by like pressing on the light, it routes to your comlink, and you're talking with Simon.
Hello, Simon?
Hello. What was your question?
We do know that we do know about Mr. P. Like, we do know his name.
Yeah.
So you can't just say that is Mr. P working for you.
Is Mr. P working for you?
I have hired him as a independent contractor.
oh, is this? Can we all hear this?
No, because it's
Okay,
routed
cool.
then into Star's phone.
Got it.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
All right, thank you.
Click.
Thank you. Yeah.
Capjack's just like looking.
Do not shoot him. We are in hot enough water as it is.
I'll take that as a yes. He is doing that. Oh yeah, Valkyrie, please don't shoot him. That would be very bad right now. Right.
I'm gonna again growl as I don't get to shoot this guy and stop aiming at him.
Valkyrie, you would have seen him. He's sitting over there. Capjack's only been gone a little bit, but just out of nervousness, this guy has had like 3 cups of coffee now. And it's just like sitting there, just like, just like nervously, just like trying to chat with the waitress, just trying to spend the time somehow while he's waiting for you,
Right.
or
then.
waiting for Capjack.
Star, I need your side of the events. What happened with the building? Why did it explode?
Is this all upstairs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just double checking. Or is this while you're still on the main
I mean,
floor?
do you want to see your daughter like this? Or
Is she's still on the roof?
She's on the roof, and you're on the
Yes.
on the main floor, the main loft floor.
Yeah, so I'll stay on the main loft
Okay.
floor.
right. Tell me what happened.
It seemed relatively simple. We had information. Sloppy, inconsistent work by these Lictus.
Mhm.
I checked it out.
Ah, crap. All right, he's back.
When you say you checked it out, what do you mean?
I scoped the building.
Mhm.
Went in through the roof.
So you had been inside already.
I had been inside already, but I didn't like going from the ventilation shaft to the floor. Far too open. So I backed out. Talked to Knuckles. We came up with and Valkyrie. We came up with a plan. Knuckles' job was distraction.
Okay, why did you decide to do it this way? What was your motivation?
I from
Was
what
it
I've seen,
to prevent damage to Simon's area?
yes.
Good.
Because
good.
I wanted them out of the floor
Mhm.
so that it was a clear shot from the door.
His Discord.
Yeah,
Sorry about that.
that's alright. Clear shot from the door to where the case was with minimal danger.
Good. All right. What went wrong?
I missed the tripwire.
Now then, so they had tripwired the door with a grenade.
Correct.
Okay. And the door was locked.
The door was unlocked.
Oh, really? Oh, that's good. That's actually very, very good. Thank you. So that would have happened to anyone that came in there, including the Italians or one of Simon's people. Good to know. Thank you. And then there was lots of shooting at Knuckles, correct?
I don't remember that part. I was laying on the pavement.
I noticed you had bullet holes and we are patching you up. Were you shot as well?
Yes.
Well, okay. Okay, good to know.
Let's not elaborate on that in any way. It's just,
To be fair, there is no way I heard anything that dude seen or said to me after a grenade went off in my face.
that's quite likely. And also, for sure, you wouldn't know really the details of anything that happened to Knuckles after that point either.
Alright, so they came out and they shot at you. They didn't. Did they even attempt to identify who you were?
No.
Good.
Well, I know who to hire as my lawyer.
Right then. So, dangerous group of militia. So, as far as you. What did you tell them when they took you?
Well, I told them we were there to reclaim property. On that, the grenade that the Licktooth had wired to the door went off. He didn't seem too interested in any other details.
Who?
Simon.
Oh, you met him.
Yes.
Oh dear.
I'm quite sure that's the only reason I'm here.
I see. That's good. Okay, so nothing else important? That's everything.
I owe him a favor.
Mhm.
A figure as to be expected considering he left me alive.
This, what is that?
Tracking and
That's insurance.
Insurance, tracking, execution, apparently phone calls.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Cup holders.
It better have cup holders.
Sweet.
Right,
Sweet.
right, I think I have enough to work this here. Speaking of, I have been retained by the rest of the crew to, represent all of you to Simon so that, all of you do not wind up dead from this. It is going to be an additional fee. I apologize. It's going to be 1,000 million for you. But hey, small price to, not be dead.
Agreed.
Right then. I'm going to go have a conversation with Mr. P then. This is very, this is wonderful actually. Thank you. You have done wonderful. And go take a shower and rest. You look terrible. And Slice,
Yeah.
can you call Dolly and see if Scabs is awake again? And if so, we need him over here to finish the job.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Star, maybe don't look in the mirror yet. I'm so sorry. We did the best we could.
All right, I'm on the phone.
Right,
And
I'm heading outside.
And I'll head off to take a shower.
All right.
I'm gonna continue to watch Mr. P.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna have it loaded.
Okay. Mr. P is there. He now has like 5 empty mugs in front of him. He's. Hello. Hi.
Hello there. That was incredibly enlightening. I am so sorry to have kept you waiting.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah. So if we can get started.
Absolutely. What was your main question was what was they doing there, correct?
Yeah.
Right. They were there on a job.
Okay.
They were tracking nuclear material,
Okay.
and they tracked that. Their job was to recover it.
Okay.
When they arrived there, they scouted the building, well knowing that it was Simon's territory.
Okay.
They had done a very thorough research on this Licktooth group. They are a militia. They are former Shadowrunners. They're very vindictive, greedy, and incredibly sloppy. They have quite a reputation for these things. Star, in fact, did infiltrate the building from the roof and was able to confirm the location of the briefcase. It was decided the safest way to take that and prevent damages to Simon's properties and his territory was to create a distraction in the form of pretending to be a drunk driver by Knuckles. And what happened was that. Go ahead.
And he pulls. He's got like some actual paper work. He's this one, the troll.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, this is Knuckles here, and this one right here is Star. Yes.
Yeah. Is it Star?
Yeah, it would be.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That is Knuckles, and that is Star.
Okay.
Right then. He pretended to be a drunk driver behind a car to be a distraction. During that period of distraction, that is when Star attempted to go into the building through an unlocked door that was set with a grenade. Now I want to be very clear on this point. These people planted a grenade where anybody could have set it off. That could have been Star, as it was. It could have been one of Simon's people. It could have been one of the Italians who owns that building, or were looking to buy that building. They created a situation that anybody could have been easily killed. I want to make that very clear. Once that grenade went off, they began indiscriminately firing in the direction of Knuckles and the vehicle he was in, causing extraordinary damage to the building, as I'm sure there are pictures of by this time.
And he pulls out a folder of damages. Yes.
In this time, unfortunately, being shot at, Knuckles did in fact run into that building. We want to be clear on that. But you know, under a hail of gunfire, it's to be expected that you may not have perfect control.
Okay.
Then, Star was fired upon once more by one of the militia members. They did not attempt identification. So, if this had been one of Simon's people or one of the Italians, they would have attempted to kill them without even checking who they were.
So, Star was fired upon?
Correct.
All right.
I was present during the surgery. I can confirm there were bullet holes.
Okay. We found.
Now then.
9
Go ahead.
corpses. How did this all happen?
Yes, Valkyrie was on a separate job at the time, and they were registered as targets.
Okay.
So this is not a situation where Valkyrie was providing Overwatch. It was an incidental job that led to those 9 deaths. And we can confirm that independently through the applications they use. At this point, go ahead.
I can confirm the origin of these hits, the client. So this all makes enough sense. What do you have any more details on the actual contents of the briefcase?
From my understanding and from their understanding, it is nuclear material.
For a bomb or what? What is this?
The intent of it would be medical, but that would medical grade nuclear materials could entirely likely be turned into an explosive, I would assume. Potentially a dirty bomb or something like that.
Okay.
Obviously, the entire intent of the professional team that I'm representing was to do as little damage as possible, and stop at you, and remove the material from an incredibly dangerous group without complication and additional damage. Unfortunately, that was not the case, but they did absolutely endeavor in the greatest amount of professionalism to do their jobs.
All right. I will be giving my report to Simon. Hang on one second. I will be giving my report to Simon. In addition, he has requested that yourself and the relevant parties come to his Coliseum.
Presently?
Yes.
Right then. I will have everyone assembled now.
When you're there, Simon will be present, but I will be relaying the information. Make sure that yourself and none of the members of this crew attempt to give their version of the story again. Let me do all the talking with him.
Excellent.
Yes, Valkyrie?
I'd like to point out that we have to beat the crap out of Capjack tonight
Yeah.
at that same place
Yep.
that we're going to right now.
Yep.
All right.
I thought it was under the bridge.
It's near Simon's Palace, though.
Okay. Okay.
So he grabs...
It's just a busy day.
He just grabs all of the paperwork together, a little bit of a mess, and stuffs it into a folder, like a large leather binder thing. Okay.
Just point of order kind of thing.
Yep.
As usual, Capjack's just running
Yep.
recordings.
You would notice that these pictures of the crew were all taken in Simon's Palace. Like candid photos of you guys walking around the facility.
Eating tacos.
Yeah,
Times
eating
just like,
tacos
hey,
and having
we're
lunch
just
with
carrying around LMGs,
scabs.
little things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have I been in the palace yet?
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, have you?
I don't know if I have.
I believe you have.
Don't think I was.
I know since I've been here, you have
You
not.
weren't there. No, you were there when we picked up the guns because you
Yeah,
were like,
you-
trigger discipline.
Okay.
Yeah, you were there.
That's true.
That's what I thought.
All right.
Right then. So he's gonna. Well then, we will all go together, or do you want to go separately?
I have a car. I will meet you there. Please be there promptly.
Yes, we will be minutes behind you.
All right.
All right, he's gonna get on the comm. He's gonna summon the Mafia Uber,
Yep.
and then get on the comm with the rest of the crew. Right. We have been cordially invited to Simon's Palace, and by that I mean we have to get our asses over there right now. I've already called a car. Mr. P will be relaying the report to Simon. At no point does anyone speak unless directly spoken to by Simon. Are we clear?
Got it.
Got it.
Understood.
The vehicle arrives. You are all picked up and in the vehicle together on your drive to Simon's Palace. What's
Sorry.
Would we have had a conversation about what to do with the kid?
that? You totally have that opportunity. What you gonna do?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna point out for anyone who might be concerned. You do have a child. It's not my problem.
We're in between a rock and a hard place. We may have to, unfortunately, leave her with Simon or Slice, or risk.
Not with Simon.
Yeah, no, with Simon. So I would have her come downstairs, tell her that she needs to stay there in the main loft.
Okay, so Slice would lock the trapdoor up to the roof, lock the front door, make sure the windows are locked. Actually, I don't think there are actual windows.
No, they're not.
Yeah, so just lock the door, lock the trapdoor. She can't get out. And then he's just going to lay on the couch.
Cool. So we're on the way.
Wait. Before we leave, I want to make sure any weapons or firearms are locked away as well.
Okay, then I'll take my bag because my bag has knives, nunchucks, and stuff like that in it.
He locks the flap of metal that covers the SMG that is in his robot arm. Yeah, we're good.
Good. All right.
So then we're gonna, I guess, all pile into the Mafia Uber when it gets there.
Yep.
Sounds good to me.
Right then. So on the way there, Capjack's gonna have a moment and be like, "Oh no, did we tell Scabs not to come over to the loft?" Oops.
Yes,
No, we haven't yet.
Okay, cool.
We told him to come over, but we're not gonna be there.
Have fun with that one, Shogun. Best babysitters you could imagine.
I'm just going to roll some dice. You guys are going to come back, and Slice will have shot him.
No! He knows who he is!
and Capjack has to take over Scab's business.
All right.
Look, Slice, Dolly, and Scabs would be the best babysitters ever.
All right.
I'm sorry, your child's a mech now.
That's an idea. When you arrive at the Coliseum, it's been the full day. It's getting late, and the Coliseum, for the most part, has closed down. You are led in by security teams and brought into the main racing circuit, which is just an open dirt area. The center area, vehicles aren't supposed to go. There's it looks like a prison tower, but it's actually the announcement thing, like where the announcers watching the races sit. But it looks like a prison tower overlooking the area. There, you see 6 men in paramilitary outfits on their knees with their hands bound behind their heads.
Okay.
You see Simon is sitting on, it looks like one of those like rickety little like high lifeguard chairs. He's just like off to the side, so he's on some kind of sort of throne overlooking the situation.
Okay.
The Dark Elf is present, as well as just enough security. There's a full batch of Simon's security there, at least 20 people.
Okay.
Star, at least for sure, Valkyrie probably as well, would recognize these as the bound individuals as Licktooth.
Okay. Any of the property that we were looking for is with
Not
them?
presently visible.
Okay.
As we were walking through Simon's Palace to the dirt track and everything, was the place still actually functioning, or
Nope,
was it
It's
actually
closed down.
okay? As I'm walking past, if there's a table that had a half-finished drink or something like that, I just pick it up and take it with me.
So as you guys are stepping on to into the race circuit, security personnel would ask for your weapons from all of you.
Okay.
Okay.
Turn him over.
Jack would just be like,
I don't think I would have brought my rifle for this one, because that'd
Okay.
be a bad idea.
Do
Okay.
any of you attempt to conceal any weaponry?
Oh.
I mean, the only weaponry he has is built in. He can't do anything.
Yeah, I was
about
gonna
it.
say, other than the knives that, if they gave them back to me, the only other weaponry Star has is built in as well.
At this point,
But he would like put his arms up and like show that it exists
Mhm.
and pop it back in, just be like,
Yeah.
okay. Knuckles opens his jacket up, pulls out his Bloodhawk, hands it over, reaches up inside of his couple sleeves and everything, and pulls out 4 different knives. Reaches behind him and pulls out his vibro knife. And I have one more tucked away, but I can't get to it very easily at this moment. Do you want it?
One of the fellows waves his hand at you, doing some kind of like weird mumbling to himself. Yeah, no, thank you.
Okay.
noted.
You are all
Yeah,
brought.
I'll
Yep.
do the same as Capjap as well.
Okay.
Make sure I have hand.
You're all brought up to the procession. And you would see that Mr. P is up on like a little step ladder next to Simon and is whispering in his ear. After he's done, he steps down and stands off to the side. Simon says, "All right. I think that you all are acting quite innocent for Shadowrunners. How much do you think that briefcase is worth? I'm gonna make a little pretty penny on the weaponry that I have found in their equipment. Quite a bit. A lot more than they need. Trafficking or something, I guess, but it's mine now. What's the briefcase worth to you? Yeah, you.
I think that has 2 different answers to it.
Hmm.
The first is immediately, probably quite a bit. The second would be a more long-term answer, which is one hell of a lot to you.
That's a very presumptuous answer, but I'd like to hear it.
So the original purpose of this briefcase is medical. This will allow, I'm sure you know him, Scabs, to expand his operation to be even more professional than it already is. In other words, it'll be actually professional. Let's be honest. But and yes, I understand the laughter. He is still an incredible doctor, and that's what he does with shoestring and fishing wire.
I
Having
can't see
access-
some of that.
Yeah. I have been working with him closely for quite a while now. I've seen what he can actually do. He is a genius. The ability to have incredibly professional medical facilities down here, the value of that is astronomical. Would you agree?
We definitely could use some more. Medical professionals are limited. All right. Are you in a position to negotiate in his stead?
I think he would accept the
Shrapnel
terms that I
face.
agree.
What you're saying?
If it we were given permission to negotiate in his stead if it came to that.
What was he willing to offer?
More than he wants to.
Okay. That kind of importance. All right. All right. I want 20,000 new yen for the briefcase. I want the troll. Knuckles, was it? Yes, Knuckles. I want you to kill these men over here. And I want, in the event that I call in the favor that Star owes me, I want you to help. I want this crew to lend an assist. Does that sound like a deal worth taking? Yes, lady?
You're probably guessing you don't know my name then. If you have seen any of my record, you'll know that I'm really good at my job. I understand that Scabs is not in a position to be able to pay out the amount that you want, but I am willing to, in exchange, if you feel like it, I offer my services in exchange for a cut on that upfront price.
Okay, give me 1 second. Come here. And Mr. P comes up to him and begins to whisper in his ear. They both have a hushed conversation real fast. Okay.
While they're doing that, would I be able to reach Scabs?
Yeah. You have subvocal microphone, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, you would.
All right, Scabs.
Yes.
Very quickly, Simon has a briefcase. He's offering it to us 20,000. Is this acceptable?
That's stiff, but I can manage that.
We might even be able to get a discount off of that as well.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, we will have it for you very shortly then.
Okay. All right. Valkyrie, as I'm now told. Yeah, I like that. So I would take a favor from you as well.
Yes.
So
I will kill anyone you ask me to without questions.
done.
Okay.
Yeah, done. All right. I want 10,000 new yen for the briefcase, a favor from Valkyrie, a favor from Star, and I would like whatever crew you happen to be running with, Mr. Capjack. I want at least some style of support for them when they call in for the favor that I asked them. I want that respect, that when I ask for it to be done, it's important that it get done and that they get helped with it. That it be done.
It would be my top priority.
All right, then I like it. Mr. Knuckles, get on it, and I think this is the end of our meeting.
How do you want their deaths?
Couldn't care less. He slides down and begins to walk away.
I walk over to the guy that has my gun and hold my hand out for it.
Yeah.
Says he
And
wants them
they
dead.
give you all your equipment away as everyone but like 2 security guards leave with Simon.
Okay.
And so they give you all your equipment back to the whole party.
Okay. Now these guys that are on the ground, are they all humans? I can't remember.
One of them is an elf, and one of them is a dwarf. The rest are human.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, are they still wearing their gear and stuff, or have they?
They're wearing their like shirt and pants, their paramilitary stuff. Their armor vests have been taken away. All their equipment, all other gear is gone.
I mean, it makes sense.
Well, since he's not apparently going to stick around for it, I just walk up to him with my gun, stick it right up to each of their temple, pop, walk up to the next one, pop, and walk up next, and just down the line, each one of them just drop one shell into each one of them.
All right.
And how many you say there was? 6?
Yep.
Okay, I empty my entire revolver into one into each head.
All right. They're all dead.
Yep.
Sufficient.
And if one actually looks like it's fletching around, I'll stick my knife and stab it in their forehead.
They're all executed as efficiently as is possible.
Capjack would call Scabs back up.
Yeah.
10,000.
Okay, that's gonna clean me up, but I can do that.
If it'll help you recover, this is going to definitely help business far in the long run. And even better, Simon is looking forward to seeing what you do with it.
All right. Okay, so after those men are dead, their bodies are just left there, but the 2 security guys who stood back to observe, they leave. And another man begins to enter into the arena.
As soon as the guys were dead, I actually pull out the casings and drop 6 new rounds into it pretty fast.
You would see a man in a black, featureless ballistic mask walk up. Hello. We have arranged with Simon's security to do this meeting while we're all here. Are you ready, Orc?
Does he recognize the voice?
Yeah. It sounds familiar.
I suppose I am ready for that as well, yes. It's been a busy night. Okay, 1 moment, please. Takes off his glasses. He, shakes off his armor and, like, holds all that stuff out to, Valkyrie. Would you mind?
Fine.
Thank
I'll
you.
take it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Maybe not the face if at all possible?
I mean, it's Knuckles who's going to be doing it.
No,
Yeah, no, that's what he says
yeah,
it
right,
to. It's
yeah.
like,
Yep.
The others will be coming out then. You see 4 other individuals, all wearing ballistic masks, each armed with an assault rifle, come out. They seem pretty relaxed. And they all take off their ballistic masks. Notable thing, they have different scars and marks of sorts, but they all have the same face. They're all definitely the same height and generally the same weight.
Interesting.
Family or clones?
Clones.
We like to think of it as family.
It's good. Pleasure to meet all of you, Zen. I wish it had been under better circumstances.
Yeah. Since we are doing this on more agreeable terms than normal, we have, as it's been mentioned to you, we have rules on how we have to operate. Since we are all designed to be interchangeable and disposable, we have made rules to specifically go against that. Each of us matters. Each of us will be avenged. We have to be. There is no original, according to our rules. We're all equally valuable. Because we were designed to be gutted. So, I guess do it properly the first time so we don't have to tell you to try again.
Okay.
Before he gets started,
Mm-hmm.
Capjack would just look at them. Could you tell me what was his name?
To us, he was Alex.
You have my most sincere condolences for the loss of Alex.
All right. Up to it, I guess.
All right. Make it good.
First thing I do is I walk up to him, I grab him by the shoulders, and put my knee right into the middle of his chest. And then shortly after there, I actually, because you got one cybernetic arm and one real arm.
It's not a fully cybernetic arm, I
yeah.
believe. It's just got some implants.
Just
in it.
hands.
Yeah. So there's upgrades inside of his hand, but it's not actually full robot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, knowing which one's his cybernetic hand, I don't do that one, but the other one, I actually reach up and grab each one of his knuckles and break it at each joint. And then kick him a good few times in the kidneys, hit him in the back of the head once to get him down face first on the ground, and then just good fashion kick beating while he's on the ground.
There's no question about
This
whether you can
sucks.
beat him up. So please roll just your flat agility. Just for it's easy to throw a punch. It's more difficult to control a punch.
Oh, shoot. 5 hits.
You can.
Oh, no,
no,
that's actually really
good.
good. I
No,
think.
that's good.
Okay.
This is
No, we wanted you to have control.
yeah. So this is you strike, but you're dealing real damage. You're breaking bones and stuff, but you're dealing superficial damage. When you punch him in the side, you break ribs. You don't, liquefy his
walk.
liver.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. I make sure that the bones are heard cracking and stuff like that there. So.
Yep.
I've had to do this a few times. So.
Yeah. So they observe. They are satisfied with it, and they walk away. And they say that it's done. We will, if we see you, it'll be on better terms.
Okay.
And
As
they leave.
soon as they turn and walk out, I actually pick him up and carry him.
Ow, ow, glasses, ow, ow.
Valkyrie has all that stuff.
I will give him his glasses.
Oh, thank you.
So, I carry him to scabs.
Knuckles, you're really good at that. Ow.
Yep.
So where are you guys headed off to?
The only
Oh,
medical place I know
no.
is Scabs, so I'm heading towards Scabs.
The scabs are the left. I mean,
Wait, but here's the question: is Scabs at Scabs, or
Where's
is he at the
Scabs?
law?
or is he
You
at
should
the
probably
loft?
call. Somebody should probably call him.
I'll call Scabs.
Knuckles don't remember. All Knuckles knows is get him to a medical place.
Yeah. Scabs responds, "Hi there." Oh,
Knuckles
actually, real
is-
quick,
er,
before that,
uh,
Star, the
yeah.
thing around your middle unclamps and falls off.
Ooh.
Okay.
He just walks away
I'll just,
leaving.
yeah, I'll just leave it because I'm assuming it's Simon's property and I don't want to walk off with it. Or...
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I'll leave
That was to confirm that they were releasing you out of their custody, but basically still had you in their custody. Now that that's all dealt with, they can take that back.
Right.
So Scab says, "Hello."
Scabs,
Yes.
where are you?
I'm with Dolly still. I heard you guys want me to go over to the loft, but I was still recovering.
Scratch the loft. We'll meet you at your place.
Okay.
He's having a rough night.
Scabs will head over there. When you all arrive, is there anything you guys do on the way? Other than moan in pain?
Nope,
I'm
I
gonna
don't-
ask Star if she wants to take care of her child.
Yeah, I think if they head that way, I think I will head off back towards the loft.
Okay, so you would arrive all in one vehicle at Scabs and be able to drop Capjack off. Scabs would meet you outside and say, "All right, so fix up Capjack and put you back together all the way, Star."
Another time.
Are you sure? You sure? I'm not squeamish, you know. But, like,
I'll be fine for one more day.
okay. He reaches out and grabs your nose and just turns it back a tiny bit.
Ow. That
I don't think you're okay, but all right.
I was okay until you.
Well,
did
it
that.
was crooked.
That. All right.
Yeah, all right. Come on in then. All right.
Well, since he had that ceiling stuff around it, I'll put my foot down
Yeah.
again, knock it open.
Right. Oh, yeah. Dolly, she's around the corner. She's coming. She's going to help fix that.
I
you
would
go?
be headed
Where's
to the
the
loft
briefcase?
with Star, so I would have left off Capjack stuff.
The briefcase is on its way. Simon would be getting it out of security, so it's going to be delivered very shortly.
Got it. Okay. So, and I'll put Capjack comfortably down on the table and make him as comfortable as I can until Scab starts his butchering.
Thank you.
All right. So, as he's starting to get ready, Capjack, any particular tattoos you've been interested in ever? Particularly, are there any designs you want the scars to be shaped into?
Oh, that sounds really cool. Know what? Dealer's choice, and I'll make mine work around them. I like your
Alright.
work.
All right. Here is a drug called Slab. It's gonna knock you out cold. All right.
Okay.
So he's gonna give that to Capjack and Star, I believe. Yes.
No, starring
Or
Sarah.
just
No,
Star
I-
Road.
left.
I was heading back to the loft.
Okay, got it. Okay. And you will yeah. He's gonna work on Capjack. Star will head home. Dolly shows up and is going to have one of her robots help rebuild the door. And once she set it up, she's set up it on the inside this like turning bar that turns just like a 2-inch thick metal bar into the wall so that people can't kick it down anymore.
I just lower my face. Whoops.
Oh wait, I'm passed out. Never mind.
Yes.
And
I had a great suggestion for that I'll.
a little
do
bit of
later.
money later. I'll put in a tasing option into the wall, into the door as well. But yeah.
Okay. And then I'll stay there and watch over Capjack until he fully awakes and becomes available to be able to take care of himself.
Okay, so Capjack and Knuckles stay at Scabs. Star is going back to Loft. Where's Valkyrie going?
I'm going with Star.
All right. What's that trip like?
Ooh. I would give the silent, cold, uncomfortable, long car ride home, and then once we park is when we're gonna have at it.
All right.
So when we park, I'm gonna punch her.
Not in the face. No,
Okay,
sir.
okay. So I want to dodge because I not only am capable of dodging, I have extra or the specialization in dodging.
That's only when you're on full
Melee.
defense, though.
No.
Specifically towards melee. Got it. Yeah, you can roll that.
Am I catching her by surprise?
Star, what do you think? You don't know her super well. Like, you haven't seen her in a long time still. You haven't really gotten to know each other again super well. I would argue that she gets you on surprise, so I would minus off a tiny bit of dice when you attempt to dodge. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah. Sounds
Okay,
reasonable.
so you'll be rolling at -2.
Okay.
Do I roll
Valkyrie,
my...
roll your bunch. Yeah.
One hit.
Let's see, where is it? Okay, hold on.
Also, after that, just roll your... no, don't. Never mind.
2 hits.
2. So that's a hit. That strikes. What is your strength?
It's not very good. My strength is 2.
Okay, so you would deal 1 point of stun damage to Star.
Okay.
And you would see a couple stitches down her cheek split.
Okay.
What the hell?
Oh, what the hell indeed? What were you thinking? You were supposed to be a professional! A professional doesn't walk into a tripwire! A tripwire! Do you know how basic that is? Professional my ass! You have a child! Do you know what would have happened if you died? I would have had to take care of her!
Star walks away. She just walks away and goes back upstairs.
No, you're not walking away from me like this! I'm gonna try to stop her.
Um,
I mean, do you grab her? Just try to stop her?
If you, yeah.
Okay. So when you grab her, she turns around and walk away. You mean like you did?
At least I told you before I did. I didn't tell anyone else but you.
And then
You were the only one I told.
And then what? Nothing?
Well, yeah, what else was I gonna do? You know how the family was. If I had contacted you again, they would have found me.
And what of me? Was I I'm just supposed to stay there with them. They're
You
so
had 2 more years
horrible.
left. I mean, that was up to you. I made my decision, and I was done. At least I had the common courtesy of saying goodbye.
Well, I didn't exactly plan to not say goodbye.
I really don't see how comparing me leaving the home is in comparison to you leaving me with an 8-year-old child.
I wouldn't have
You do
left.
realize the consequences if you die. You
I
can't
very
be
much
sloppy like
know
this.
the consequences for when I die. You would not have been left with a child. She knows what to do if I don't come back. It was just me and her for a very long time.
Fine. But in no way am I happy with this, and in no way am I happy with you. You are not professional, and I will never see you as one.
Yeah, and the star just turns away and walks away. She goes back up.
Okay, I'll let her go.
Where do we go now?
Where do we go now?
When Star gets upstairs, will make actual food. She'll make some sort of
Let me roll some dice real fast.
Oh
Alright.
no.
Okay. She is asleep on the couch. You see her in one side of Slice's couch and him on the other side, just like a person trapped in a cage with a monster. He's just on that side, just like looking at her. Just...
Okay, I will pick her up, and I will wake her up because they told me as far as I know, they only gave her sugar. They just said she had a lot of sugar. So I will wake her up, and I will, with the plan of feeding her actual food, and I will make like some sort of kebab.
She freaks out. She screams in terror and then starts to cry. And just holds on to you, just crying. And I think that's where we're going to end this session.
Yeah.
You got something, around here.
Yeah.
Little.
All right. And he dropped out again. Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. This has been Shadowrun New Atlantis. We will be back Thursday after next. And thank you very much for watching. Who are you guys? Because I'm sure after watching that, people want to see more of the stuff that you're doing. Let's do in reverse order. Capjack.
Hey everybody, I'm Capjack, who has been playing Capjack, who is an orc Shadowrunner, and apparently a decent negotiator. I'm also at Captain J Cross on Twitter and on the Discord, which if you're not already a member of our Discord, come and join us. We're lots and lots of fun. You can find me here on multiple different games. I'm in the Thursday night game here, as well as the Thursday night game that is opposite this, which is a Pokemon 5th edition game, which I play the Poke-Taker, who loves to kick Pokemon and take names. And let's see, Sundays, this coming Sunday is the final of the short shot of Blood Red Seas, where I play Mad Jack Thorne, who is having a bit of a monster problem currently. And then on the 2nd, 4th, and 5th Tuesdays of the month, I play Lucian, the Tiefling Warlock, in the Mimic Knights game run by Shogun here. So yeah, come see us. It's fun. And thank you all for watching.
And Nerdy.
Hey, I'm Nerdy Teddy Bear. I had a lot of fun tonight. I don't actually GM anything next week, but
They kicked you out?
soon.
No, it ended.
No, Vonwood's over, but soon I'll be starting Buffy, as I believe we still need one more player, so I'm excited for that. There's been quite a bit of hype, and if you want to be able to join that game, you got to join the Discord, and you could potentially be the Slayer.
Apparently no one else wants to be.
I only know what one person wants to be.
Oh, okay.
That's
So-
cool.
Otherwise, I am here. I will be here on the channel every Thursday now because I will also be joining the Pokemon game.
Yes.
Yes!
Yeah. I'm not going to give too many details away for what I'm planning for my character, but I'm excited for that as well. Let's see, the 11th, I am playing Vampire the Masquerade,
Ooh.
Emerald City Knights. Excited for that. First time playing that, so. And then otherwise, you can find me on Twitter and Nerdy Teddy, and sometimes you can find me on Twitch playing video games. Been really tired lately, so haven't got around to it, but that's all I got.
All right, and Silver Storm?
Well, because Vonwood ended on a great note, by the way, can't wait for season 2. I really can't wait. This is the only game I play in, so I'm gonna have to, in the coming weeks, find out the next place where I belong. So, I'm mostly in the Discord. I don't really venture off far from there.
All right. And Monk.
I Monk play Knuckles the Troll, as you saw tonight. He good old fashioned bruiser. Like Nerdy said, that he's gonna be playing that 9/11 game, Vampire the Masquerade. I will be joining him with Matt from various other Discord channels, and then on top of that, I will be joining permanently with another Vampire the Masquerade game being played on Sunday nights with another group in which called Vidorian Productions, and I will be posting stuff like that on Discord. I'm sorry, not Discord, but Twitter. And then, as you see, I'm pretty much a big avid of supporting the gaming community by posting any and all streams and podcasts that I know of that I participate in and talk with.
Awesome.
So you can find me on Twitter at Monk2774.
Cool. And I am Shogun. I run this game every other Thursday. I also run Mimic Nights every second, fourth, and a very rare fifth Tuesday of every month. I play in the Pokemon game that alternates on the other Thursdays from this game. I have been getting involved in a podcast called The Exquisite Lich. You can
Nice.
look on Twitter for that. Working with Vin from the Chimera, Chase from the Another Path, also Renee from Fate and the Fable Maidens, and then most recently I recorded with Tracy from the Broadswords. It's very cool. Yeah, and that's it. We're gonna be raiding Exploding Dice, where I believe Throck is on
Hey,
there
excellent.
right now. So I think that's quite proper, unless it's not letting me. I wonder why it wouldn't let me. Do I not have the rights anymore? Did that reset? It says I'm a moderator.
A moderator.
Moderator. Yeah. Let me try it again. That time it worked.
There we go.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
All right, we're rating them. Wonderful. Thank you everyone for playing, and check out the Discord because this game is jump in, jump out style of game, so you don't have to make a large long-term commitment. We can slot people in when people want to take a break or people want to try out the game. I can help you make your character. You can jump in for just one session if that's all you have time for. and let people have a chance. There's also an opportunity for people to try running the game for a little bit as well. So, bye.
Join us.
All right, we are